Hi everybody, it's David here from Bunkie Life, and this is going to be our second last, I guess technically our last actual live stream. And I'm so excited to see everybody. If you're signing in, I'd love to, if you could, comment what's your name, where you're from, and what you're hoping to do if you win the Bunkie, which is happening next Tuesday. We're going to give away the Bunkie. I've had a little bit of problems with my streaming today, so hopefully everything works out. So it's going to be like the flip of the normal live streams. Today it's going to be all questions and answered, and then I'm going to say maybe a couple things. So before we get into question and answers, I have a short little thing I wanted to mention. So as you probably already know, just in case you don't, we are going to, today we're explaining, taking questions and explaining my little 2-day sale that we're doing on Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm going to explain exactly how we announce the winner. So So let me explain that right now. So we're going to announce the winner exactly 2 days from now, Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, etc. It would be amazing if you guys could tune in live. That would be great if the winner could be on the live stream. I know that people have jobs and kids and etc. And if you can't, I totally get it. But it'd be great if you could also be furiously checking your email, because here's how we're going to actually announce the winner. Okay. I'm going to email them my wife's cell phone number and a secret code. So if you get that email, what I would like you to do is immediately call us back, okay? Because I'd love to have the person that won live on the phone, and we could do the little happy dance together, because it'll just add more credibility. Because I'm sure a lot of people were a little initially skeptical, especially last year when we gave one away, because who is this guy giving away a Bunkie? It's kind of a crazy thing to do. I admit it is crazy. So it's great. Like last year, we actually got Nina Wadzinska on the phone, and we could kind of announce it all together in one piece. I understand if you can't do that, if you're busy or something. I'm not going to just give the Bunkie away. I'll email you, but I want to hear from you as quickly as possible if you happen to win. Okay? Does that sound fair? All right. And also, if you're on the live stream and you know the person who won, if you could be like, okay, I'm going to text them, I'm going to call them, because chances are, at the very least, someone on the live stream is going to know the winner, most likely. So I need everybody to pull together. Don't just rage quit as soon as you find out who the winner is. If you could kind of help me on that, that'd be wonderful. And we are going to do 100 points for tuning in tonight. It'll be the last points you can get. So it's 100 points will be a code word embedded in this video somewhere, and if you enter it, you can get another 100 points. All right. So yeah, that's more or less how we're going to do that. If anyone has any questions with that, we're going to go straight into Q&A. So if any contest-related questions are open game, any Bunkie-related questions are open game. I'm all Airbnb'd out today. I talked to 15 people that would want to do the Airbnb thing. So the Airbnb thing, I realized that I'm going to have to kind of charge for my time. Like I said last time, if you want me to go in depth with you with the Airbnb thing, then I'll charge you for that. But if it's just general, hey, we're thinking about buying a Bunkie for Airbnb, that's fine. But if it's you want me to sit down and chart your property and stuff, I'm gonna have to charge you for that. But I was hoping we could kind of stick with Bunkie related questions, not so much Airbnb. So without further ado, I'm going to. Oh, actually, I wanted to mention one more thing. You'd be surprised the number of people that have been inquiring about, are you guys hiring? Are you looking for other businesses to partner with? And we're always opening. We're always hiring and always looking for a business to partner with. So if you're looking for a job or even a subcontracting job, or you're running a business or you're managing a business, or you just know somebody that would be a really good click with me, then if you know anyone running a business that might make sense to partner with us or work for us, just go to partners.bunkielife.com. You can either apply for your own job or as a business to partner with us, or you can also recommend someone. So if there's a business or an individual in your life that you think, man, they'd be a good fit, maybe they're selling something that we could also sell to our clients, or that would be a benefit to Bunkie Life clients, or vice versa. Maybe they're dealing with people that would be good clients for us. That would be wonderful. You can make that connection, because I know you guys know people, and yeah, and if you just want to reach out, if you own that business or are looking for that job, reach out, and that's the way to do it. Partners.bunkielife.com. There's a little application process, and we'll start the conversation that way. Alrighty, so that's the contest close. We talked about the contest close. It's closing in 2 days. Unbelievable. Okay, So, yeah, if you could, start typing your questions in the comments. Any questions about bunkies, if you got any left. My goal is by the end of today's chat that you will know everything you need to know about bunkies, everything you need to know about us, and you'll have made an educated decision of, am I in, am I out? That's where I want you to be. Nobody on the fence after tonight. That's the plan. So, yeah, let's go to the comments right now. All right. We got people from North Bay. Awesome. How's the weather up in North Bay? Okay. All right. People from Bolton and Burlington and Woodstock. How's it going, everybody? Victoria asks, has Nina built hers? Yes. Yeah, she built hers like pretty early last year. And we took pictures of it, and she sent pictures in and stuff. That was just in case you guys were wondering, Nina was the girl that won last year's contest. She won a 2018 model. And, yeah. All right. Angie says, I'll be waiting for your email. Awesome. I like that positivity. Got Kawartha Lakes up there. Waterloo. Jenny Law says, how are the bunkies in winter? That's a good question. So I've had guests stay with me throughout all the winter months. And it does get a little chilly. So I've got electric heaters in mine, and I've got a electric warming blanket, like one of those heated blankets. And that keeps like the bed pretty cozy. But I can sometimes, if it gets below minus 10, minus 15, it can get pretty cold in the bunkie. So I always tell everybody it's 3 seasons. I'm going to be trying to insulate one of my bunkies this summer, or the spring realistically. I'm going to do the roof and the floor at least. So I'm going to be kind of piloting, how would you insulate it, and what does that look like? Because that's probably been the number one question through the contest is like, how do you insulate it? I always say, if you have a source of heat, you can get by probably till December, depending on how far north you are, obviously. So, yeah. Jenny Law asks again, how are the bunkies in winter? Can I add a wood stove? Wood stove is also a very common question. I appreciate it. So the wood stove thing I can't recommend because it's not necessarily going to comply with wet certification. Have some of our clients done it successfully? Absolutely. And does it totally heat up a little bunkie? Totally. But can I recommend it? No. Okay. Hello from Hayden. Where's Hayden, Jocelyn? That sounds like I should know that. And Jenny Law asks, how are bunkies in winter again? Thank you for that repeated question. Okay. Perry Sound. Okay. Nancy says, he said in all the previous videos, he's had people do it, but yeah, that's exactly. Because it's a wood structure. Carly asks, how are they in winter? How can you equip them for winter? So I would say, you definitely can insulate it. So there's kind of 2 ways of insulating it that I'm thinking of. One way is to build on the inside, insulate on the inside, and then add some type of a interior facade. That would kind of ruin the inside look. Like the bunkies really do look awesome on the inside. I don't know if I have any pictures to show you guys. I'll show you some. Let me show you like an interior picture. I don't have any right now, but so this is how they look on the outside, right? So see that log look, and they look just as good on the inside. I'm just gonna grab an inside photo. Just bear with me here. Yeah, like that's I think one advantage of our product is that our bunkies really do look stellar on the inside as well as the outside, and you either have to insulate the outside or the outside. There's no real you don't have a choice in the matter, unfortunately. So the question, of course, is going to be inside or outside. I would recommend, what I'm going to try this summer, is insulating the outside. So what that might look like would be maybe some spray foam or some just classic insulation on the exterior, and then putting some type of siding, or you have options on over top of that foam. So I'm going to experiment with that. It's really easy to insulate the floor. Just put down some styrofoam while you're building, and I'm going to try the roof as well. So I'm going to try all of those and experiment, see what we can pull off. So I'm working on that. Thank you for that question. Brenda Michaela says, do you need a concrete pad? I would say no. Unless you have a really specific reason you need a concrete pad, sometimes people already have one installed. You could probably get by with my recommended foundation, which is patio stones or cinder blocks, and then put a pressure-treated post on top of that. They're really, really cheap to get, like $15, and then you can screw the whole base. Like the kits come with the floor joists and the floorboards, and you can screw that down to these pressure-treated posts that you've already leveled off, and you're good to go. There's a video on that I'll share with you. Allison says, are the bunkies weather tight? Will snow/rain come in through horrible weather like today? I don't know what your specific horrible weather is like, but the bunkies are pretty watertight, especially the 2019 model. It's got a double pane window that has a water-shedding piece to it. That's going to be better than last year. So, I mean, yeah, if you put on a good roof, you should be solid. I haven't had any real serious leaks or anything. If you leave the window open, it'll come in though. People are from Cobalt, Almer, Orangeville. That's near me. Hi, David Vehi. John Barassa says, did I win? Hello? Did I win? Sorry, John, you must be confused. You did not win yet. The winner is going to be announced 2 days from now. Victoria says, hello from St. George. Very snowy and blowing like crazy out there. Yep. Colleen says, hi from Elgin. I would love to win this. I could live in it and my son and his family could live in my home. How does the septic work? Okay, so there's no septic in a bunkie. Unless you put one. You could put in some type of a connection, but there's no septic. Like this is basically a small bedroom that you're adding onto your property. So whatever you want to do in terms of plumbing or electrical it's doable, but you have to add that on to yourself. So at my house, I have 3 bunkies and a 4th one is my bathroom. And I rent all these out on Airbnb. And my fourth bunkie, that's the bathroom, has a composting toilet in it. And that's a good solution. You don't need to mess with a septic. All right. Shelley says, Maidstone winds are here. You're missing a huge storm. Whew, a windstorm. I'm glad I'm missing that. All right. Wilbrook says, once built, can they be deconstructed so they can be moved to a new location? It's possible. It's annoying, though. Like the way the logs come together, there's 3 grooves and 2 tongues that kind of lock together, and they're really tight. And then the corners are super precision manufactured. When the corners come together, they are very solid. So even if you don't screw them, I don't screw any of mine, but just pounding them down and getting them really tight, it's really difficult to then separate them. So it's doable. You need to get a hammer on the side and kind of pry up, and then it's tricky to do though quickly unless you break a few boards, or you can potentially damage the board. So if you're gonna budget two days to build it, I'd budget 3 or 4 days to deconstruct it. And then there are some nails where we nail the deck boards onto the top of the roof, so there's going to be nails potentially there. So yeah, it's not fun. What I would recommend if you have the possibility is get a heavy-duty forklift and forklift it up onto a truck as a unit, and then you could move it. That might be an easier, definitely a way more time-effective way of solving that problem. Dawn says, how much headroom is there up in the loft? So it's a great question. If you can't, I know the weather's insane. People have been trying to visit, and some people made it up the hill, some people didn't this past weekend because it's so crazy and icy. If you can't go, there's a 3D tour. If you go to bunkielife.com, click products in the 2019 model, you can actually do a 3D tour, and it's like you're there. It's pretty good. And that particular 3D tour doesn't show our newest edition, which is 1 more log higher, but you can get an idea of how the loft is. It's basically, there's not a ton of headroom. It's a loft, right? So, but it's even better this year than it was last year. So it's comfortable enough to sleep for sure. But you couldn't stand up and have a party. Thomas, if you ins, you would need extra board to cover the ins. Sorry, man, I don't follow that. It must be like Dunville speak or something. I'm not sure. Just teasing. Oh, Abby said, my partner visited your bunkie today and absolutely loved it. Very excited about building ours this spring. Awesome, Abby. Great to have you as a client. I'm looking forward to chatting. Ken, does the 2018 model go on sale as well? It probably will. That's a good time to segue into the talk. So we're doing our big sale of the year. This is going to be, honestly, guys, our biggest sale of the year. And the reason why is because when we order all together, I can get you guys the best prices from our manufacturer, and I can get the best price for getting them here and getting them to the warehouse. And then we can deliver them hopefully all within, a week or 2, so we can save costs on that too. So I'm passing those savings on to you, but we're basically buying them all together. So the 2-day sale is happening basically now. I'm announcing it tonight, and then till the end of the month, more or less, right? So our 2-day sale, we'll say it's a 4-day sale, but last year so what this, let me just explain what the 2-day sale is. So it's $1,000 off our 2019 model. And it's also, let me just find that 2-day sale thing. You're getting it live, guys. This is live. So I'll just go to the page. So if you go to bunkielife.com and then type in epic 2-day sale, I'm going to show you this. So bunkielife.com / epic 2-day sale. So what it is I've been telling everybody for a long time, it's $1,000 off our 2019 model. It's normally $69.95. It's on sale for $59.95. And so that's awesome as it is. But also the thing I'm announcing today is that we're also giving free shipping. So if you're within 3 hours of our warehouse, 3-ish hours, sometimes I'll stretch it for you, then we will absolutely be happy to ship it to you for free right to your door, whatever makes sense for you. If you live a little outside, let's say you're up in, I don't know, Sault Ste. Marie or whatever, if you're a little farther, then we'll give you $300 credit towards your shipping. So we were kind of quoting up near Thunder Bay, and it was around $1,200 to ship up there, which is pretty fair because it's really far to get to Thunder Bay. Then you'll get $300 towards that. So you can get it shipped up to Thunder Bay more or less for under $1,000. So pretty much anywhere in Ontario, I'd say confidently we can probably get it to you if you take advantage of this sale for under $1,000. And you're welcome to pick it up too. If you have the trailer for it, then come pick it up and be our guest. We can forklift it right onto your trailer for you. But that's like I said, that's going to be our biggest sale of the year. Don't be sad if on March 1st or 2nd I raise the price back to $6,000 to $7,000 and you missed out, because I told you up front that's going to be the best deal of the year. And last year we would do little deals like sometimes we would do free shipping. That was one of our sales. But this is free shipping and $1,000 off. And then so at the end of the year, let's say you don't have the money this right now, then consider financing it if you can. But if you can't do that, then maybe consider waiting until the very end of the year. We usually do a sale. It won't be as big, but it'll be decent. So last year I think it was like $800 off was like basically last year's big sale, but it wasn't $800 and free shipping. It was just $800. So our 2018 will probably do sales here and there, but it will be, not in the order of magnitude of this one. So hope I made my point about the 2-day sale. Yeah, that's all. I don't want to be super salesy because, you guys are either in or out. I get that. So let me go back to the questions. Thank you for that question, Ken, and I'm looking forward to chatting. I know that you're on my calendar to chat this year. So, all right. Just going to scroll back up. Naja says, can you spray insulate? Yes, you totally can. I'm trying to solve that problem right now. You can do any insulation you want. The problem is then you have to put some type of a finishing siding on the outside or the inside, depending on where you sprayed. Debbie said, I went to see the Bunkies yesterday. One had the heater on and it was pretty warm. Yeah, somebody turned the heater on, and it does get pretty warm if it's not too cold outside. So that's cool. Thanks for coming by, Debbie, by the way. So I've read these questions. So Jacqueline says, I'm here with no power. How are you watching this if you have no power, Jacqueline Stewart? Maybe you want to save that power. Instead of watching a crazy guy talking about monkeys, you should be conserving that power. So I wish you all the best. Okay. Hi from Dryden. Now Dryden's up there. Dryden's up there near Thunder Bay. So I think that was the big quote for 1250 was up to Dryden area. All right. Connie says, if you were to put a heater inside a Bunkie, is there a certain one you would recommend? So I'm experimenting. So actually, I was at the Florida Home Show yesterday, and I talked to these guys, Mr. Cool, that gave me a shirt. And so they have these little heat pumps that can pump in heat and cool. And I interviewed them. It's on our Facebook and our YouTube. I interviewed this guy, and they're more money than you would spend at, say, like Walmart, but they seem like a really cool unit, and you can run the whole thing on an extension cord. So I'm going to be, if I can work out a deal for our clients with them, I'm going to try to do that. But I have to look into like getting them to Canada and stuff. So that's one option. And then, in my one Bunkie, I just went to Canadian Tire, bought a little kind of heavy duty AC unit, one of the ones that kind of looks like a dehumidifier. And then I vented it out. I cut a little hole in the Bunkie and vented it out that way. That's an option. And in terms of the heat, what I have now is a Canadian Tire like plug in the wall heater that has like these It's called an oil heater. There's oil inside of it. It takes a while to heat up, but once it does, it's pretty good. So I recommend that one. Yeah. Taylor says, definitely want to insulate. Ice fishing is huge on our lake. Yes, and Taylor, I'm looking forward to chatting with you about the Airbnb thing. And yeah, I mean, you guys know your climate better than I do. I just know Erin and Windsor, which is kind of my two hometowns. So, you're going to have to kind of adapt to your situation. And I know up north, it can get way colder than where we are. So I'm just giving you my experience. Now to say, what type of wood are they made from? They're made from Nordic spruce for the most part. Rosita said, wouldn't spray foam be the best way to insulate them from the inside? Yeah, spray foam will work on the inside too, but then you lose, let's say you spray foam and then you put 2x4s and you do another side and you lose, that much room on all the walls. So you lose a little bit of square footage. I mean, it's doable. But I'm thinking about insulating the outside. Wish me luck. That's my plan this spring. Lori says, I love the metal roof. Me too. I love my metal roof. I did a fancy one on my one bunkie, and then I just did the normal VicWest one that we do for most of our clients. It's kind of like just straight. And they're both great. Metal roof is the way to go if you can possibly fit it into the budget. Angela said Bayfield would be the perfect location. Bayfield is the perfect location. What a great spot. Kelly MH on YouTube asks, do you stain the inside also? Great question. I love the look of the natural wood on these kits. So I did not stain the inside of any of my kits, but I did use a little bit of a clear stain just to kind of protect it. I have a lot of traffic with my Airbnb guests, so I wanted to kind of make sure it didn't get scuffed up or anything. So I did a little clear stain thing. I probably used the wrong brand and the wrong stuff because I didn't know what I was doing when I started. So I don't know what I'd recommend I recommend an oil-based clear stain on the inside if you like the natural look of the wood. So Linda asks, does the roof metal come in green? Yeah, totally. We have our other buildings have green. Yeah, so you can match colors really well. VicWest has a ton of options. You can go with other companies, but go with VicWest. Lynn Niquest says, could the ladder to the loft be modified on a rolling track to move to a sidewall when not in use to open up the space? Yeah, you can move the ladder. Our 2019 model is movable, and so is our 2018. The 2019 is pretty substantial. Like, it's relatively heavy. It's not that bad. So you can move it wherever you want. It's movable, and you could probably do a little track on there too if you want to do the swinging bookcase, bell swinging around singing about books kind of thing. You could do that. That was a Beauty and the Beast reference just for the Disney fans. Lori Kieft says, do you recommend a concrete platform or wood to put them on? I would recommend patio stones and then fence posts. That's what I've done on all my bunkies, and it's worked out relatively well. Really well, I should say. Yeah. Other people have done concrete platforms and stuff, or decks, so people build a deck and then build on top of that. Yeah. Angela says, are they too big for a backyard? Well, Angela Marilyn Cochran, that depends on the size of your backyard, doesn't it? I mean, yeah. Oh, Brad Laverty. Hey, buddy. Brad from 10 Side Road. Do you use them in winter? I totally do, Brad. So I made about $1,000 in January, and then I shut her down because I'm in Florida right now. So I shut it down for February and March. But 2 years ago, I was home, and I did host guests in February and March. And so, like I said, when it gets really, really cold, they can get cold inside. But the heater can keep up down to about -10. And so I hosted guests all year round. And my goal in the winter is I say to everybody, hey, it's winter camping. If you're into that, you're going to love it. If you're not and you hate it, I'll give you your money back. And not too many people ask for their money back, maybe one or two throughout the whole winter. But for me, the bread and butter was like August. August is crazy busy. September, July, like the summer months are when you crush it. And then if you can make a couple $1,000 over the winter, like January and February and March, it's not bad. If you can make $1,000 a month, well, in my case, I have 3 bunkies, so your numbers may vary. Eleanor Knox says, I just want something nice and sturdy and awesome looking. Here we are. For me to hide in, and for the children and grandchildren to sleep in, pray to win. Okay, well, I wish you all the best. Judith says, the Trans-Canada Trail runs behind our property, and we plan to Airbnb for snowmobilers, so we'd want to insulate. Yes, if that's your market, if it's your target market, then you got to go the insulation route, or just put in a really kick-ass heater. They have little propane ones. You could go with the wood-burning stove. I mean, there's options. If you have a good enough heater, you'd probably be okay, too. Carly I'm going to butcher your name. Agrizlo says, they're beautiful. I'd love one for our little nature school, which is all year, which is why I asked about insulation. I appreciate it. This is such a sweet little space. What are the measurements? So all the measurements are on our product page. If you go to bunkielife.com, you can click on products and then click view all bunkies, or like just our 2019. We have 3 models right now, and we could do custom stuff too, but that's what I would suggest, is go on there and you can kind of compare. Our 2019 is kind of like our biggest model, especially because you get the loft too. And then our 2018 is a little smaller. And yeah, that's you can do all your little comparison and stuff on there. Rosita, how long is your overhang past the walls? That's a great question. That's also on that page, I believe. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's like you can stand under there and you'll get rain on you or anything. It's pretty decent. Angela, I'm the winner for sure. LOL. Great. Love that confidence. Paula Heaton, are you super excited, David? Yes, I am. It's an amazing thing to do this giveaway. How does it make you feel? I feel great. I feel very good. Yeah, it's been a really rewarding experience. It's what you guys don't see, so you don't get to see behind the scenes, but a lot of people will email me really interesting, sometimes heartfelt, sometimes heartbreaking stories. So I get to hear a lot of interesting stories from people that will say, I'm using the Bunkie for this, or so that's been kind of rewarding too. And yeah, just cool to see everybody getting excited about this, because I love the product, and I had a very strong suspicion that other people would love it too. But it's kind of cool to see that dream get realized in a bigger way. And we're going to be setting up partnerships with people, and we're going to be doing Airbnbs all over Ontario. And we've already got one in New Brunswick and stuff. So that's exciting. Eleanor, still in Marmora, but if the wind doesn't die down, you may have my new address. Okay, maybe she's going Dorothy on us. Okay. It's going to be a long 2 days. Yeah, it's going to be a long 2 days. Kyle says, hello from North Bay. We live on Lake Nipissing, and many of our neighbors have some sweet little bunkies. We are next. Awesome. Bunkie life. I think we might have some clients up there, yeah. Nancy, those AC/heater units you saw in Florida, do you know of any Canadian CSA approved brand yet? I'll be honest, I just went to the show, met this cool guy, and I'm wearing his shirt right now. That's all I know, but I'm going to be on that, because I feel like if I could become a dealer, then I'll get dealer pricing and I can just pass that on to you guys. That seems to make the most sense, because I know we'll sell enough of them, because they're awesome. So, Carolyn St. James, how are these bunkies in winter weather? I've answered that question a few times, Carolyn, so maybe I just go back and watch the replay on that. All right. Kim Cowell, the bylaw allows it to be on your property. Yeah, so in my area, we haven't had a ruling on Airbnbs yet, and all of our kits are below the legal limit of needing like a permit, so I just built it and went to town. Amy Lindstroud says, could this bunkie be put into a trailer for moving? It would depend on the size of the trailer. Are you talking, you might have to clarify that, Amy Lindstroud. Do you mean like the constructed bunkie, or do you mean the pallet? Because it comes as a huge pallet. It's 14 feet long, it's 4 feet tall, it's 4 feet wide, and it's like 2,700 pounds. So it's heavy. You need a double axle trailer, I think, to do it legally. All right. Abby says, when you send the bunkie, do you include the info about the metal roof company you recommend? Yeah, I'm just going to send everybody, here's who to call, here's the PDF of what you need to send them. Because last year, I ordered a few customers' roofs for them, and it was a bit of a logistical nightmare, and some hardware companies really sucked it up. So I'm going to make sure that you just say, okay, I want this color, and you send it in, and then it's already like done for you and done for them. Because like VicQuest, you order it generally through like Home Hardwares, Timber Marts, probably even Home Depots. They pretty much are connected everywhere, and their factory is great. But sometimes the guy at the hardware store is like a bit of a if they're not detail oriented, they can sometimes screw it up. So I'm going to cut out all that complexity and just here's what you need to give to your local guy to make sure you get the right roof. That's my plan. All right. Wendy says, they look awesome, so well made and look so good. I'm going to have one in the near future. Could live on it in 6 or 7 months of the year. Now, you could, but you have to think about what am I going to do for bathroom, kitchen, because it doesn't have any of that stuff. It's just a structure. Taylor says, if you modify the bunkies, like putting in septic, like some people are saying, does that wipe out the 5-year warranty? Good question, actually. I never even thought about that. Like, I would say I'm not going to cover your bunkie if you put it in a septic thing and then poop leaks all over the place. That's on you. The poop's on you in that case. If like, some defect in the manufacturing pops out after a year, 2 or 3, I'm going to make that right. But no, I'm not going to avoid the warranty. If you kick some kids have kicked windows in some of our clients' site, and I'll make sure you get a window, but I'm not going to pay for the window you kicked in, right? But if it's like a lock, what's going to go wrong in these things? There's not a lot of moving parts. They're all fantastic. Anything that could go wrong would probably be the lock. That's probably the one weak spot on the entire thing. And mine have worked really well over the 3 or 4 years, and I've had a lot of traffic. But if anything's going wrong, it's going to be the lock. In which case, we'll just give you a new lock. That's probably the only thing I can see really going wrong. But if you have any problems, we'll make it right. We want to keep our 5-star review across the board going. Danielle Brazo says, my hubby gets the basement for his man cave. I get a lady bunkie. Maybe he'll want to swap. That's funny. Susan Boyd, do you have a choice as to which side the doors go in the front? To the left or right? No, you have to put it to the right, I believe. Yes, you do. Yeah. There's one side window that comes standard. You can put that on either side. You have some flexibility there. And if you guys want to add windows, like add a side window, you can totally do that. And you can add a window up in the back loft if you want to. But in terms of some of the movements are easy to do, some you can't. So sorry about that. Marco from Guelph. How's it going, Marco? I play every Tuesday at McCabe's when I'm home. Jenny Lee, how tall is it underneath the loft area to walk? You can't really walk up there unless you're like short. You picture this, like this is the loft, right? So the mattress goes down here, and the deck boards are kind of doing that. Now our new 2019 model is one log higher. It's like that, but it's still not walkable. Like you couldn't play pool, or somebody was asking, well, can I play pool up in the loft? No, you cannot play pool. It's more like storage or like a good queen size mattress area to sleep on. David Vahese, will you be at the home show in Orangeville Fairgrounds next month? I will not. I'm on family vacation until April. Amy D. Penny says, hi from Gore's Landing. Nice Gore's Landing. We just actually sold a bunkie up there this week. Jenny Law, how tall is it underneath the loft area to walk? You've answered that question? I like how you're persistent with your questions, Jenny Law. Taylor Lynn, are you going to tell us about the shipping surprise? Yes, the shipping surprise. This is the 2-day sale. I've already mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. So, boom. The epic 2-day sale is $1,000 off and free shipping within 3 hours of our warehouse. So, that's most of you guys. That's probably 80% of people tuning in. That's probably you. If you're farther out, we'll chip in $300 towards the shipping, and I'll get you the best deal you can to get it shipped to you. And that is going to be the best deal of your year. It's essentially $1,300 or $1,400 off if you really think about it. So definitely, if you're at all wanting to get one this year, that is the time to do it. Hope that answers your question, Taylor. And thank you for it. Lori, how far are we from Guelph? We're 25 minutes. I can get downtown from my house in 25 minutes. That's from my house, which is in Erin. Our warehouse, though, is in Brampton, Mississauga, right in the border. Susan, if we put in electrical, how do the electrical plugs fit in the wood? Does it stick out of the wall? Yeah. What I've done is I got these boxes. I put them right against the wall, and then I drilled the wire in through the outside, go right into the box, so there's no exposed wires or anything. And it sticks out a tiny bit. Not a big deal. Darlene says, cool, free shipping, yeah. Lori says, who won the Bunkie giveaway contest? Well, I can tell you who won. Last year, in 2018, that was Nina Wadzinska. But this year, we're going to announce the winner in 2 days. So Tuesday, February 26th at 7:30, right here. Tune in for that. It's going to be great. All right. Oh, Tudor, do I need to build a cement pad? What size? I'd say no. You don't need to build a cement pad. And the sizing, I will send. If you buy a bunkie, I'll send you the exact sizing, but it's roughly like a 9x12 size. And I recommend cinder blocks, fence posts, and then build on top of that. Everything else comes in the kit. All right. Lee says, pick me for the contest. I'm not picking. I'm just letting the computer pick. All right. Jenny Law with the third version of that question. I think I've answered it. Wendy Marie, just curious if I've missed the code word. No, I'm still leaving you hanging with the code word, aren't I? Okay. Susan, can the doors on the 2019 model go left or right? I think I answered that already, and they have to go on the right side. They're French doors that open up. There's 2 doors, basically. Ken, this is a really good question, actually, Ken. Thank you. If I put metal roofing on it, do the screws come through the ceiling so I can poke myself in the head? Not unless you want to. It sounds like you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. What I've done is, like what our clients usually do is they'll measure the length of the screw, and they'll try to make it exactly the right length, like how much to get through the metal, and then how much to get into the deck board so it goes perfectly. And then you can get longer screws and then nail or screw into the roof beams. So if you want to get a longer screw goes into the roof beam, and then the shorter ones can just go into the deck boards. Another thing I've done too is you can put down other pieces of wood. They call it strapping, and then you put that down and just go into the deck boards, and then put the metal into pieces of wood. And I might do a video on that too, because I'm going to be doing a roof this summer or this spring. Yeah. So great question. You can definitely avoid that with screws. With nails, that's why I don't recommend shingles, because it's really tricky to do it with shingles and nails. But with screws, it's very easy to just do some math and make sure you have the right length of screw for what you're trying to drill into. And then you got no pokies. Leamington Port Perry, represent. How's it going, guys? Graham says, do you have any idea if Bunkie can be used as a roll-off roof observatory? I don't know. I want to put a skylight in. If I can talk my wife into building Bunkie number 4, I would love to do that this summer. I'm going to put a skylight in. So roll-off roof observatory sounds a little more complicated, but skylight, I think I'm going to do that. Angie says, can you build a Bunkie with a bathroom? Totally. We actually sell a little outhouse kind of micro Bunkie, and you can put a composting toilet in there. Yeah. So, or you can just put a composting toilet in your just standard Bunkie too. Janice Thiessen says, so the cabin you win is worth 6 G's. So is this? Yeah, I guess technically it's worth $69.95. But last year, like our prices go up every year because of inflation. So I guess, yeah, $6,000 is the sale price. Yeah, so I could have said $7,000 Bunkie, but I'll be honest, last year we did the $6,000 Bunkie giveaway, and I was too lazy to change the number. I just kind of went with the same ad from last year. So that's why. Good attention to detail, Janice Thiessen. Jana River, I can't wait to talk to you about the things I've been researching since our chat. Check your email. Yes, that's great. We're going to partner together in Airbnb. Kimmy, amazing contest. Are the windows double thermal clad? Thanks. I'm not sure what that means, but they're double pane. Unlike the old versions of our Bunkie, our new one is double pane. So Danielle, what is the square footage? Roughly 100 square feet on the ground floor, and then 56-ish in the loft. I should know these numbers, but they're on our website. If you go to bunkielife.com and then click on products, you can see all the square footages. Colleen Lynn Hood, you were smoking hot. That's hilarious, and yet somebody reminded me at the end I am married. Girls behave. That's funny. Wendy Marie, question. If we purchase one to get the deal and then we happen to win, are we going to get 2? A lot of people worry about that. Yes, you will get 2. Or can we get a refund for? Yeah, you can get a refund. If you're that lucky/unlucky, or depending on how you think of it, I'll give you a refund. There's 30,000 people in the contest, guys, so better than Lotto 649 odds, right? But you might not win. Just emotionally prepare yourself for that possibility. You should be drinking wine. It's Oscar night. I know. I'm not that excited about the Oscars, to be frank. Linda Merson Donahue, can you please confirm? Is it approximately 9-inch wide on the door? Yeah. So let me show you a little picture of this Bunkie. This is not the greatest view of it. But see, we're looking at this the front side where there's the window and then the door. That's the shorter side. It's like 9-ish, whatever the measurement. And then the longer side here. It doesn't look as long because we're looking at it from this perspective, but that's like 12-ish feet. So it's like a long, deep rectangle. I hope that is helpful, and I hope that answers that question. And you can do a 3D tour. Actually, let me show you guys a 3D tour. So if you go to Products and then click 2019 Model with Loft, you can actually go on a 3-dimensional tour. I'm not showing the screen. So if you go to Products, once again, 2019 Model with Loft, that's the one that's on sale in the big sale. So 3D tour. So click on this 3D tour thing, and it takes a minute or two to load, but then you can actually let's say you don't want to come to my house and brave the icy driveway, like Abby did, then you can actually go in and have a 3D tour. This is really cool. So you can kind of see what it's like on the inside, and you can move around kind of. If you just gotta click and stuff. This is a queen size bed right here, and it's a nice little. That's actually a pretty decently big size chair. This is that heater I was telling you guys about. That's a little. It's a $100 thing for Canadian Tire, and I got 2 of them in there right now, I think. So. And you go up in the loft. Now this loft is showing the old model, so it's not as high. The 2019 is going to be 1 log higher, so you can kind of get a feel for the headroom. And then there's a window here now. Our 2019 model includes an opening window here. So I hope that answers that question and clarifies what it looks like inside and stuff. Definitely, take some time and mess around with that. It's kind of fun. Yeah. Let's go back to the chat. So, guys, I'm getting excited too. All right. Excited for the draw. If you have any more questions, guys, start firing them into the chat room. How much would shipping cost on average in Southern Ontario? So we're Lena, we're doing that free shipping offer. Depending where just send me an email of where you're at, and I can give you an exact quote. But if you're within 3 hours of us, we'll ship it for free if you order before the end of the month. And most places in southwestern Ontario are within 3 hours. Okay, is there a code word? Yeah, we're gonna do that. And this is a good question too. Andrea Lavoie says, "How is it delivered? Are all parts boxed together?" Yeah, it's one big pallet. We are on an island and we'll have to float the wood over separate from the other parts. Yes. Our last Bunkie got crushed by a tree. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds like a bummer. Yeah, we've delivered for lots of people on barges and islands and stuff. So usually, you get the barge you can usually get the whole thing on a decent sized barge and get it all over in one trip. And if not, you can make multiple trips. But each individual piece of the Bunkie, once you start taking the pallet apart, is very carryable by one person. The heaviest part is the door, and I can carry it, so it's not that bad. It's maybe 80 pounds, maybe a little more. So yeah, it's more or less you can definitely do that. Some people have even boated it on a little fishing boat, take 5 or 6 trips and get it all over. All right. Amy says, in a previous live stream you mentioned island delivery, something about getting as close as possible on the mainland and then wrapping everything over. Yeah, that's exactly what we normally will have to do. We're not going to airlift it in. Marcia says, password. You mean code word, Marcia. I'm going to give you that code word. I want to close and then I'll give you the code word. Am I doing live videos inside the bunkies? No, I'm actually in Florida, so I don't have a bunkie here. I wish I did. Nancy Berman Verhoek says, is the 2019 loft window video under the product section? You mentioned double. Yeah, it's double pane and you can open it. It's not really crank. It's like a handle and you can open it. It does open, and it's double pane. So thanks for that clarifying question. Lynn says, is the delivery time optional? We are sitting in record snowfall north of the Muskoka. Yeah, so we actually are not going to be able to deliver until early May, hopefully earlier mid-May. Because we're ordering these all right now. So we're out of inventory on our new one because we haven't created it yet. So I have an order that I've already started because we sold enough already. And then after the contest, I'm sure everyone's going to freak out and start calling me. So we're just going to order everything and then we're going to get everything before May. So if you need it April, then that might not be possible. Sorry. But maybe we can get you a 2018 model. So message me about that. You might have some stock on that. It's flooding in Port Dover. Ooh, darn, I love Port Dover. I hope everyone's okay. Don Dave says, I think the day of announcing we should do it live inside the bunker. I did last time because I got home in time, but I'm not going to. Kelly says, has your wife stayed in one of the bunkies? She is not. My wife is not a camper. I'm the camper. So I've stayed in them many times. It's kind of like my doghouse. So, I stayed in them a few times. I love to stay in the bunkies. It's like a really nice, peaceful sleep. Amy says, in a previous live stream you mentioned delivery before May long weekend. Yeah, you depending where you are, you should have no snow. But, we can't deliver before. I'm hoping actually late April ideally, but I don't want to promise things we can't deliver. So let's just say mid-May at the worst case scenario. Amy says, double axle would be sufficiently safe. Yes, if you're going to transport this big, huge bunkie, you need a double axle trailer and a good truck. Yes. Hi from Beaton. I love Beaton. Okay. Derek says, does adding windows, etc. avoid the warranty? No, I'm just not going to warranty your new window that you bought after the fact. But I'll warranty like the, but if you like ruin the bunkie while you're putting a window in, I'm not going to warranty that. Basically, guys, the warranty is like, if it's on me, I'll fix it for you. If it's on you, right? But I'm a reasonable guy. We'll work it out. We've had 0 people call about warranties. Sometimes people will call and say, I'm trying to install this, and they have, if they're not the most handy, then we'll help them through that. But no one's ever actually had like anything break or too bad. Sonia says, hello from a superhost in Niagara. I would love to have a bunkie on my acre. Yes, man, Niagara would crush it. Call me about that. You could totally, maybe even double your income. Don Davies. Oh, by the way, I should mention this. If you want to apply for the Airbnb program thing that we're doing, we're considering partnering with people that have an acre or whatever and partnering. Just go to airbnb.bunkielife.com. There's an application process. Are you serious, etc. If you go to airbnb.bunkielife.com, we can talk from there. That'll be after the contest, though. Don Davies asked, when you order a bunkie, can you custom add more windows? Yes, you can. And they're pretty fair. Like, it's $150 for a window, and they all open. Right. Awesome that you're an Ontario company. Thank you, Cavan. My middle name is Cavan. C-A-V-A-N. That's a cool name. Yeah, okay. Great deal. Yeah, you can totally just add a window under your order. It's pretty easy to do. Does the deal apply to the 2018 loft model? No, we're not. We're trying to push everybody. We're trying to suggest order the new one. It's better. Double pane windows. It's bigger. So, I mean, if you love the 2018 model, it's a great kit. All of our customers from last year loved it. So you can get it, but it's $64.95 right now. So it's a little more money, and it is smaller. Can you say your website again, please? www.bunkielife.com. Susan, we are putting in electrical. Are the sockets going to stick out? Yes. Yes, they are. Is there a code word? Yeah, I'm leaving you. Waiting for it. I've mentioned how much the extra windows are, so they're $150 each. Do you prepare the ground or cinder blocks for your customers? So usually we ask our customers to have the site prepped if you can for us. So we do offer installations. That's one of those things that, depending on your area, it can be a lot of work or not a lot of work. So we usually charge by the hour to do the actual leveling of the thing, and then usually it's around $1,000 to $1,200 to do the full install. And we usually put your roof on for that too. Okay, I'm thinking that the question about the walking space below the loft is not about the roof to the loft, but the loft to the floor. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sorry about that, if I was dismissive of your question earlier. So, yeah, it's about this tall. I'm 6 foot, so it's about a foot or two above my head. I'm sorry I don't have the exact number, but it's decently high. It's not, like, hugely high, but it's I should know that number. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's decently high above your head. Skylight, yeah, I want to put a skylight in mine this year. And I want to put it like right in the loft, so you're like in the loft laying down and you're looking up in the sky. That'd be cool. Oh, could you do a cement pad with in-floor heating underneath the bunkie? Totally doable. Yeah, you could run them. It's definitely doable. All right. Carrie Ann says, juggling tonight, Bunkie Life Live, Oscars, and blowing kids' hair. It's a lot of sound going on. All right. Lana says, 30,000, what the heck? Yes, 30,000, I think, is where we're at. 30,000 people in the contest, if roughly. Now, some of those are probably not real people, because sometimes people mistype their email in. So they might be like, Dave C. Fraser at hotmail.com and then Dave C. Fraser at hotmail.com. So there's a few duds, but 30,000, give or take. Now, just how long have you been in business? I've been in the Bunkie game since 2015, and then Bunkie Life has been existing since 2017. Tracy says, ever do a shed with lots of windows? Yeah, we can do custom stuff. It doesn't always make sense for smaller things, but we can. How does the bunkie hold up in this high wind weather? Awesome. My bunkies have really held, and I get some pretty good winds up on my hill. I'm at the top of the hill. Bradisiri says, a direct vent propane heater would work awesome. I've looked into that, and I was going to do that, actually, but I went with electrical because I have electricity on my property. Direct vent propane heater, they're not cheap. From what I looked into very cursorily, they were not cheap, but they are legit. Janice, so are you talking about steel for roof or shingles? So it does not come with roof. It comes with the deck boards that you'll put the shingles or roof onto, but it does not come with the finishing metal or shingles. The reason why is everyone wants to match their roof with their Bunkie's roof. So we don't include that, so you can order what color you want. And yeah, it's usually $150 to $200 for shingles, and then $400-ish to $500 for metal. Unless you want to go really fancy. It might be a little more. So, yeah. Can you have a kitchen instead of a bed on the main floor? Yes. Some people just sleep up in the loft and then put a kitchen down. There's actually a couple of photos on our Facebook and our website that people that did that. And that looks pretty decent. Connie, where I'm living/renting now, they come back in April, and I'm so in need of a bunkie real quick. Cool. Nadia says, what do we do with this code word? Okay, so if you're new to the thing, you can go on this. Let me show you guys that, actually. I'll show you that. So you go on our website, which is bunkielife.com. And then you're going to go to About and click on the contest scoreboard. Now, you have to have already been entered in the contest for this to work. But if you haven't entered, you can easily enter. So if you are entered, I have to re-enter. So let's pretend you didn't enter. David, I'll type in one of my email addresses that I think it's in the contest already. You click I'm a resident if you are. Enter to win. So you'll do that, and then now I'm going to show you what the contest scoreboard actually looks like. So if you successfully signed in, it's going to look like this now. So you see earn more chances to win. So all these different things are actions you can take to earn more points, which increases your chances of winning. So if you scroll down here, it starts to say about the live stream. So there's live stream 1, what makes a Bunkie great, live stream 2, etc. And then right now we have live stream 6. And I guess this is live stream 7. Sorry, I lost count. This is what we're doing currently is live stream 7. So at 9 o'clock tonight, there'll be a button here that says watch live stream 7, and there'll be a button and you'll do the same thing. So you click on there, and then you click watch, and then it will allow you to type in here. So you click here and then scroll back and type in here what the code word is. Okay? So I hope that helps. Some people are having struggles with that, and I get it. But it's if you have trouble, just let us know. We'll help you. Liz says, do you have anyone in Grand Bend area that already has one of these? Yeah, we have a bunch in Petrolia and Sarnia and Corunna. Yeah, if you want to check one out, then let me know if you want to come visit one. Beverly, wish I was in Florida. Thanks, Beverly. It is amazing in Florida. Okay. Eleanor, how do I get the code word? I haven't said the code word for tonight's live stream yet. I'm leaving you in suspense. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, sorry if you... Oh, no, I do. I'm opening some stupid program. Sorry, guys. Close this program. Okay. Beth Ann says you should be nominated for an Oscar for your live streams. Well, thank you. Thank you. I want to thank the Academy, my manager, my Catholic priest. Hi, Linda. Surprised I can be here and buried under all this friggin' snow we're getting. LOL. Most highways in North Ontario are closed. Wow. 30 to 50 more inches of snow. That makes me feel even more guilty for being in Florida. Liz says, I'm interested in the Airbnb partnership. Great. I will only talk to people that apply. You have to go to airbnb.bunkielife.com. I'm not going to talk to you about it unless you apply. So that's just a standard thing. I just want to know if you're serious enough to fill out a 5-minute thing. Yeah. So thanks for sharing the Airbnb interest. So that's what I'm really interested in. We have 50 acres and love to partner. Okay. Once again, Nancy Nicholson, apply for that thing. Airbnb.bunkielife.com. Yeah, I look forward to seeing your application and chatting. Oh, Don, can we hire you to build the bunkie? Yes, we totally can do installs for you. It's usually roughly $1,200, give or take. Just depends on how complicated your ground is. 4 to 5 feet of snow. Holy crap, Linda, where are you? That isn't... Oh, I know where you are. You're up north. Yeah, that's intense. Okay, Murray says, on the 2019 loft model, I'm seeing the front posts on an angle. Are they angled or straight up and down? You can do either or. I made mine angled because I wanted that look, but you can also go straight down. That's what you want to do. Some people don't install them those posts, some people have not installed them, and while I can't recommend that, it's probably fine. They haven't collapsed or anything. I have not said the code word, Kimmy Mac. I'd like to know too, can they go straight down and made into pillars? Yeah, they totally can. That's what a lot of people do. Jana, I found a wicked deal on direct vent propane heaters today. Can't wait to chat. Can you share that with everyone, Jana? I'd love to hear what you found. If you could type in links, because I'm interested in that too, to be honest. So, all right. Ken says my luck is not very good, so I'm going to put my order in now. Okay, good. Yeah, I see that we're going to be chatting soon, Ken. I'm looking forward to chatting with you, and it's cool to have you back for year number 2 on the contest. Judith, we're going to set up a little stage on our property and invite you to come and perform. Oh, yeah, cool. Well, I'm thinking about doing a Bunkie bash. So, like, my other business is an events band. So we do weddings and corporate events and things like that and performances. So if anyone's getting married or needs an event, we're going to do that. And I thought about maybe doing one of our clients this year, doing like a Bunkie bash. If it would need to be the right person with the right property. But that might be something we'll do this on a Friday night or Thursday night. Not on a Saturday because we have weddings. Yeah, so good idea matching your roof with the existing roof. Yeah, that's what most of our clients try to do. Code word. Okay, I'm working on that. Can a short blade ceiling be put in the bunkie? Yeah, you could probably do a small little fan. It need to be small though, because you have the roof like that. Yeah, okay. Wishing. Dave, you should come here on Friday the 13th. You're talking about Port Dover, eh? Yeah, Port Dover's awesome. Okay, cool. Jana sharing that propane. So thank you so much for sharing that, Jana. Okay, so that's pretty much, I think, everyone's questions. If you have any more, fire them in there. But I wanted to end with one little request. This is not worth any points, but this is just kind of a, hey, if you're on this call, you've been a real supporter the whole time. Thank you for that. I wanted to kind of get everyone's feedback. So I have a 2-question survey. It's not worth any points. This is just, if you could do it, it'll have good feedback from me. And so what this is it's called our 2-question survey. It's like, will you participate next year? And then how likely are you to recommend Bunkie Life? So that's more or less my presentation. Let me just go down. So if you go to survey.bunkielife.com, like I said, it's a 2-question thing, and it should take 1 minute. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on just the contest experience. Are you likely to recommend us to friends and family? And do you want to participate next year? Because I think next year I'm going to email everybody that says yes, and then I'm not going to email everyone that says no. I just want to bug everybody all the time. So we might do it next year, we might not. But if we do, enter there and say yes. Let me know next year. So let me make sure I got all the questions there. Oh, Liz says, where do I go for the Airbnb presentation? Let me change that. So survey.bunkielife.com, guys. No pressure. You don't have to do it. It's not worth any points, but it would help me out. So airbnb.bunkielife.com is where you go if you want to apply to be a partner, or if you just want to buy one. And there's kind of, with the Airbnb thing, you can just buy a bunkie and do it on your own. And maybe if you want, I'll help you for an hour or two. I'm going to charge $250 an hour to consult on your Airbnb and just go over the listing. Or if you want me to go to your property and check it out, then I'm going to charge you money for that because my time's worth something. But if you just want to buy it, run with it, copy my listing, that will probably work most of the way there. The other option is we'll rent your backyard from you, because I know this model, Airbnb, works. So I'll rent your backyard. We'll agree on that. That's the other extreme. And then the other option is maybe a hybrid of the two. Maybe we partner together. We both take on some of the financial risk, and we both share in the financial reward. And we can bang that out. But first, you got to go to Airbnb and apply for that. And I'm not going to take everybody. And if you don't hear from me, sorry, maybe next year, because it's going to be really, really busy. So that's kind of the idea. I'm going to do the code word in just 1 second, but I want to talk just for one brief second about clarity. So I've been saying this throughout the entire contest, and all the people tuning in and watching the replay, you're going to be in one of 3 camps. And I want to say thank you to the first group. The first group are the people that we'll call the freeloaders. They just want the free thing. They're just here to win the free bunkie. And if not, see you, Dave. And thank you. Honestly, I want to thank you, because without you guys sharing this contest and getting the word out, it wouldn't have been as effective and successful as it was, or is. So thank you. And don't at all feel like I resent the fact that you're never going to buy a bunkie. That's totally fine, because some people don't have the property, or they don't have the money, or it's just not the right fit for where they're at in life right now, or maybe ever. And that's okay, because I know we're not the cheapest Bunkie. There's a lot of really cheap sheds out there, and like, I know we're not the cheapest. We're not for everyone, right? But thank you for participating. Thank you for being fun. Thank you for, helping other people in the contest, and thank you for just sharing it. So thank you. And then the other people are the people who are definitely in, like people that have already bought one. There's been a ton of people that have already bought one. Thank you. Or you're in, and if you haven't actually told me, hey Dave, I'm in, it'd be nice if you could email me, hey Dave, I'm in. I just want to wait to see if I win, which is totally fair. So there's like the definitely in, definitely out people, but I want to address the fence sitters. There's a lot of people that are like, I don't know, Dave, am I in or out? And I hope that over the past 7 live streams, I've been able to establish that, like, A, we're going to take care of you. Customer service is probably our number one. It's our number one, I think, benefit. We have a great product, but we're going to actually take care of you. I hope you felt that and you understand that. And in terms of clarity, like, you're never going to be more clear about should you get a Bunkie or not than right now. This is the time you're going to know. And if you put it off and you say, yeah, I'll figure it out next week, or I'll figure it out after, whatever, it's going to become one of those things that you always think back and go, what if I got that Bunkie? I put it off and then I forgot about it. And if you are the type of person that it's going to benefit you, it's going to help out whatever problem the Bunkie is going to solve for you, then take action. Just write me an email and say, hey Dave, I'm in, or I'm in but I have one question, or whatever it is. Take action like today, because if you put it off, it's going to be one of those things that you always coulda, woulda, shoulda done. And don't live a life where you regret that decision. If it's not right for you, I don't want your money. I don't want you to buy it. But if it is right for you, I absolutely do. Because last year I was a little more passive, and I'd say, maybe next year. But so many people this year were like, Dave, I didn't do it last year. I should have done it last year, and I regret that. So don't be in that group. Okay, this year, if it's right for you, let's make it happen. Okay? And it is the best deal. Like, don't feel like you're going to be like, next week there's going to be a better deal. It is the best deal of the year. So anyways, the code word is clarity. We're going to go with clarity on the code word, and that button will be up soon. Thank you so much for participating. Next live stream, we're going to announce the winner right here on Facebook and YouTube. It was an absolute pleasure being part of this contest, and I hope it was a pleasure for you too. So thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you again on Tuesday.